Hello, everybody. Welcome to Needing a Meeting. My name is Carol, and I will be your host today. I did have Karen on in here with me. Hopefully, she will be back. I man, I did a little bit more of a deep dive into the attorney letter situation on behalf of Mike Render, or was it on behalf of the Aftermath Foundation? I'm really not sure. The letter is very confusing and very insulting. Yesterday I'd only had kind of passing watching, one person in the SPTV realm. And today I watched the only thing available on the whole thing is pretty much here on YouTube. So um, I did get the full gamut of the letter read to me a few times, and I actually have a copy of it in this post that I put up on the YouTube. Thank you, Lene, on the YouTube community tab. So I'm just going to share it here. It said to reference this letter or to include this letter in any communications. At least that's what he was saying to Rabbit. So I don't know if that applies to everybody, but just in keeping with the thing, I guess I'll do that. So here is a copy of the letter. Okay. All right. And I went on Mike Render's blog website and I filled in the form information with all the information that it asked for. And the message that I sent on the form is this: Dear Mike Render, it is deeply disappointing. The response letter sent through Ford Green Esquire to YouTube content creator Rabbit on, I assume, your behalf. Parentheses, it's hard to tell since the Aftermath Foundation was also being referenced in the letter. And I'm just going to add what they had to do with it. Wasn't the letter to Mike Render? Anyway, the fact that there is so much pride taken in the content of that vile letter that it was requested to be included in any discussions on YouTube on the matter of the questions being asked and your refusal to answer is also deeply disappointing and troubling. This does not paint you or the foundation in the best light. Is this truly who you are? If so, again, deeply disappointing. Respectfully, Carol L. Sherman. You made it!
Hey, I did. Boy, isn't it amazing how the lighting changes from just one day to the next?
Right? The days are starting to get a little longer, and that's a good thing, but yeah, it does weird things to the lighting.
Is the lighting bad? Do I need to close my curtain? Is it
No, it's fine.
distracting?
It's just no, it's not. I don't think it's distracting. Hi. Yeah, I caught it too after the fact. After our meeting here. Yeah, I caught it too.
So
You
that
know,
letter, like, good for you for writing it. That's awesome.
the fact that Rabbit can ask him questions on behalf of somebody who was on his show, the very first, that was the opener, season 2 opener. I watched every episode of that series
Mm,
when it was on A&E.
okay.
Uh, or was it on I think it was A&E. And I didn't miss an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that that is how he's going to respond to somebody who's I'm assuming telling him that he's going to be interviewing the woman that he interviewed. He sat there in the room with this person telling of being essayed by her own father from a disgustingly disgraceful early age. Like unbelievable. And this is how he's going to respond. Let my attorney just send an insulting, condescending is how all get out letter.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
know,
to say
hmm,
to, and I think Well, I didn't know that she had talked to him about it, like, that he had interviewed her, so that makes it even more disgusting.
Yes. I mean, it's
And
right there on camera for all the world to see on
and
an
then even, her father, like, there's so many things, and then to seriously end it with, "If you lie down with dogs, you rise up with fleas." Really?
really.
You know, slag off, man.
And who, and not even saying who the dog is and who the fleas are and,
Yeah,
you know, what the F?
yeah. And I mean, and even take the Scientology part out of it. This is a woman who was assaulted by her father. Like, you just don't respond to um a survivor that way. I'm gonna try
No,
to not use the word victim. I like what Christy Cosmic said. I'm gonna try
I
not
do
to use the
too.
word victim anymore. But you
Yeah,
don't, you know, do that to a survivor. You know, because
no,
she
you
she
don't.
she's had to process her own thing. I mean, that was her father.
Golly, I can't even begin to imagine.
I can't, I mean, if nothing else, from just a basic human standpoint, her father abused her, and as a man and as a father, one would think that you would have some sort of compassion, on the most basic level. Even if I don't know, I mean, I think he's a dad, but even if he's not a dad, you just don't do that to people. Like,
It just, it's just bothering me
yeah,
on such a primal level.
right.
It really is.
Well, and it goes back to, we've talked about Maslow's pyramid of needs, and your most basic need is for safety and protection. That
Yeah.
is that is everybody's most basic need. And when that most basic need is not being met, that's when a lot of anxiety and other things like that arise. And so that need was not being met, it was being abused. And we as people just don't respond well to that, compassionate, caring people. And I agree with you. It shows his, well, the expression I use, it was, he done showed his ass. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he showed you what he is. And
I hope that, Karen, I am
Mhm.
so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you.
Stop making the weird face.
It's Christy and Carol.
Oh,
yes,
Hey.
hello.
Hi.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Not good.
Mm,
Not good.
mm,
I wish I was
but
feeling better.
yeah. Um, what did they say? I know you sent a little message, but what did they say? What's
Okay, I got the
the
results
information?
this morning from the MRI, and it's abnormally abnormal.
Oh, that sounds bad.
hmm
Yeah.
I've been crying most of the day.
Wow.
Um, it's bad. It's not fun.
Mhm.
Um,
Did they tell
there's
you
a dark
anything?
there's a dark liquid somewhere. Um, going into it now. It's behind my ear.
Mhm.
It's 2.5 inches wide this way, and it's 4.5 inches long.
Golly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing it's going this direction. I'm not really sure. Um, I haven't gotten a whole rundown on it. I will say that my MRI was a lot of fun yesterday. I did have fun in
Mm.
there. No,
Really?
what? It was the greatest experience of my life. It was a transcendental experience. I was I hated it, but I loved it all at the same time.
Mhm.
Usually when I get an MRI, and I don't know anybody else, but, like, when I get an MRI, um, they they put your head on a pillow.
Mhm.
Um, this time they literally had my head on metal. So
Okay.
I didn't understand all of that. But
Okay.
because I have all these problems with my ears, they put earplugs in my ear, like these foamy ear things in it,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then, they put these pillows against these little soft pillows against my ears like this. It was the most comforting feeling ever. It was like a little head hug.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
And then now they're doing MRIs where you can wear your clothes.
Oh, I didn't know you
Remember
could oh, yeah, you had to wear the gowns, didn't you?
Yeah, but now you can keep your clothes on, your shoes, everything, as long as there's no metal on you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, it was awesome, and, that part I liked a lot. So all I had to do was take off my hoodie and my bra, which was great. Um,
Okay.
but, yeah, they covered me up and I was in there, and at one point, I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride because the whole entire thing was shaking for part of it, which is kinda
Mm.
funky, to be honest
Is
with
Yeah.
that
you. I was like,
normal?
"What in the world's going on?" But the whole
I
entire
feel like
time,
that's a familiar thing. I feel like I know I've had an MRI. I feel like that's
it
they
never happened to me before, though, Carol.
really?
It's really weird.
Really?
Really. I never was in a thing where the whole entire thing was shaking, like, the sides and the bottom, and but I
That
got
I
myself
feel
in
like I have experienced that, so it's probably different from machine to machine or how old it is or whatever.
and I never got in I never had that happen to me before, so that was new, and
Mhm.
then but I got myself into a meditative state where I just kinda like, "Whoa." It was so calming and so relaxing,
Yeah.
and all I
Okay.
heard was the girl saying, "You're doing great, 1 minute. You're doing great, 2.5 minutes. You're doing great, 3 minutes." The whole entire thing they set me up for 45 minutes, so I thought I was gonna be in this tube for, like, 45 minutes. It was like an open-ended MRI, which I never was in before, so that was neat, but the whole entire test took, like, 17 minutes,
Okay.
beginning to end, and I had to have an IV.
For the
Um,
dye to show up and stuff?
yeah, but that was only 3 minutes.
Okay.
So they did most of the test without dye.
Boy, that dye is trippy, isn't it?
I didn't feel any different.
Really?
Really. They it wasn't like, you know, how you would put the dye in and you had to sit with it for 45 minutes. She
Yeah?
talked to me for 3, put me back in the tube, and that was the end of it.
Okay. Wow.
So it was really bizarre. They put the IV in my hand and with it like she just talked to me for like 3 minutes and then put me back in the tube, did the test, and I was back out in no time. And I thought that was really peculiar because usually you sit there with the dye for an hour and a half or whatever and wait for it to go through
Right.
your whole body. Hey,
Hi.
hi. And it was crazy.
That is
It was a
crazy.
really
Okay.
messed up day. And then I left there and I had to go straight to my psychiatrist appointment and I
Mhm.
just cried.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I needed to talk to you about that, Carol, because my doctor ended up putting me on Abilify.
Okay.
And I have to start taking it
I know
tonight.
that
I
one.
don't know what it's gonna do to me.
You might get a little bit of dry mouth for a week or 2, but
Okay.
other than that, I didn't get any other I don't let me think. I did
It's
feel out of sorts, almost like I was floating within my
Uh,
body,
right.
like yeah, So there was that, but there was nothing severe
Oh,
as
okay.
far as any side effects or any symptoms. And
Right.
so I'm assuming that means it's mild. It's a tamer of the antipsychotics, you know?
Right.
So
Well,
Can I
that's
ask
I
good.
don't
what
feel like it's
milligram?
anything to
2
me.
milligrams.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm on
So
2.
I
What do you
know
want?
from experience on that one, it's highest, and that they had me on 10, and I was having headaches and nausea, but
Okay.
you have a lower dose, so I'm not as concerned.
Yeah, mine's real low dose
When I
too.
was taken off of it, yeah, when I was taken off of it, they told me that it was a really high dose, and that's probably why I was having the side effects.
Right. Well, I don't need headaches or nausea because I'm already dealing with headaches and I'm starting with nausea now from everything else that's going on. So
So
Yeah.
back to the liquid and everything like that. Like, what does that mean? Abnormally abnormal? Did they
it's
explain
not
anything
good.
to you? Like, are they doing surgery? Are they, I
Okay,
mean,
this was just from the MRI. So Monday I go to the neurosurgeon.
okay, okay.
So Monday
Okay.
I will be back with everybody here telling
Okay.
everybody how much fun the neurosurgeon was. Hopefully, I'll have answers on Monday where they're gonna be able to tell me exactly, um, when I want the monster out of my head.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't live with the monster anymore.
No.
I just can't. Um, the last few days have been really, really hard on me,
Mhm,
mentally, emotionally. Um, I just can't do it. I can't keep going at the speed I'm going.
mhm,
Um, I don't know what to do with myself most of the time.
mhm.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't
Yeah.
put myself together, and I know what's
I mean,
going on.
you've got a 4.5-inch thing on the back of your head. My goodness, Karen.
It's basically, I think it's like right here or sitting about right here. So
Mm,
it's like in this
mhm.
part of my head somewhere. So I'm not sure what's going on or where it's sitting or whatever, but it's big enough. I mean, my
Mhm.
doctor tried to actually, my medical doctor tried to show me how big it was, and I'm looking at her going, no, no.
What do you mean?
He's
No.
trying to give me like an idea of the size of
Oh,
it, and I'm going, like I don't. That doesn't gem with what I'm feeling. Something of that size is no.
that's
N-
pretty big though on your head.
Mhm,
Yeah, but it's just so much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's just there's just too much going on right now. It's just too much. And I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm frazzled most of the time,
mhm,
and it's getting harder for me to talk to people because I do lose focus. I lose concentration.
Okay.
Um, it's just difficult,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a lot of people look at me for guidance, and I get that, and I really try, but sometimes I just
I think it's
I
time for you to not be that for a while.
but it's hard. I
I
actually
know.
thrive from it, you know that.
I
Everybody
know.
knows that's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me feel better because then I'm not thinking about me, I'm thinking about
Well,
somebody
yeah, that
else,
makes
and,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
keeps me
Yeah.
busy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's who I am, but at the same time, like, I said to somebody today, I said, "I feel like changing my name altogether." You
To what?
know, silent one, a silent one, just going
Oh,
quiet, completely shut down and quiet, silent one.
yeah.
Because I'm tired of being who I am, you
That's
know?
tough.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that you're gonna feel a lot differently after you heal up from the surgery.
I do too, and I hope it's not gonna take 6 months. I hope it's something
Yeah.
that they go, "All right, we're doing it ASAP," instead
Mhm.
of making me struggle more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
Like, it's embarrassing to not be able to
Yeah.
walk through a store without having to sit down in an aisle,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, today, we're walking through Walmart, and I'm like, we're maybe 15, 20 minutes in, and I'm like, "This was the worst idea I could have ever had." And we're just doing
Mm-mm.
grocery shopping,
Yeah.
Right.
you know? Like, Rich works at the grocery store, so he picks up the other stuff. I go to Walmart and pick up the stuff that we need, that I know we need. So it's a once a month
Mhm.
thing that we do. And
Mhm.
he was behind me, and I went and looked like this kind of thing back
Mhm.
at him, and all of a sudden I had a sharp pain in my head. My eyes hurt, and I just was going like this on the cart. Like, I cannot handle myself. I can't handle life. I should not have been there. And then I'm struggling through the rest of the aisles going, I can't even look at things passing me by. It was that bad.
Mm.
And then we get up to the register, and thank God nobody was in this girl's line, because I wouldn't have made it. And we get up to the register, and I literally sat straight down on the floor. And the girl's like, "Is she okay?" And Rich goes, "Don't worry about her. She has vertigo." And I sat on the floor the whole time she was bagging stuff up and checking us out, and I went to stand up, and the girl's, like, looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And
Mhm.
I'm thinking, "I'm fine, just let me be me,"
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know? I don't like going to stores with my walker, 'cause it's just too much,
Mhm.
but I'm getting to a point where I can't I can't have fun, and everything that I'm doing is there's always a stopping point, you
Yeah.
Mhm.
know? It's awful.
It sounds awful.
It is. Even, like, my mom gave me money for a dog. Yay! And
Mhm.
I'm so excited she gave me money for a dog, and that was like, duh. And I know where I'm gonna go get my dog, and I'm really excited about it, but
Right.
Rich was like, "I don't want you to get a dog until you get your surgery."
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not waiting 6 months. I'm
Yeah.
not. I can't. And he was just like, "Uh, I I don't want you to get the surgery we before you get a dog.
Mm.
I don't want you to get the dog before surgery, because I don't know how long you're gonna take to recover, and
Right?
it's a lot on me." And I said, "Yeah, but Huey's 16. I don't Elliot Elliot can't be alone.
Yeah.
Elliot'll go ballistic."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna help your recovery.
No, it won't. It'll be worse.
Yeah.
And he's only, like, almost 2. So, I mean, that's worrisome in my head, you know? Luckily,
Mhm.
I found a shelter that has a lot of dogs that come through,
Yeah.
and the price of the dogs, Carol, if it's over 7, it's 25. If it's over 3, it's 75. If it's over if it's 1 to 3, it's 80, and if it's under 6 months, it's 255.
Okay.
No, it's
Hmm,
great.
interesting. Interesting price structure there, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So if they're
Yeah.
puppies, like up to 6 months old, they're at the highest price.
Hmm.
But they get dogs every day, and their dogs literally flip constantly.
Wow.
It's called ACT, and they literally adopt through all 50 states.
Okay.
And their dogs have made national news because of
Yeah.
they're an amazing organization, and they're right in Philly. And they adopt all over the US. They they advertise all over the US.
Okay.
And when I say
Interesting.
all over, they go to it as far as Alaska, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're awesome. So I could go on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and see a dog, and at 1:30 the dog will be gone.
Okay.
So it's that kind of mass that they flip all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
But they're amazing. They're really amazing. And I thought I found my dog the other day because she had been there for 3 days, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then my mom gives me the money, and I come in the house, and I look on my phone to make sure she's still there, and she's gone. And I'm like, "She was there right before my mom
Oh.
came over." And then after that, boop, she was gone, you know? But, you know, these are all things I'm dealing with all the time, and it's just not
Mhm.
going away. And it just
Yeah.
it feels like it's just mounting and mounting and mounting, and then there's just so much going on. I feel like I can't half the time I can't think straight, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
in all fairness, you probably can't if you've got something that size on your
Yeah, for real.
brain. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be mean about that, but like
Oh, I
I would
know. Christy,
think
you're
that
not
would
being mean about it.
that would that would really probably affect a lot of things, and especially if you have dark liquid. Is the dark liquid between your brain and your skull? Like just
Okay,
floating around?
when you have okay, it's not cancerous, so it's not a tumor. It is a cyst. It's called an arachnoid cyst. So a cyst lays between your it's it sits above the it sits under if I can think about this correctly, how the doctor kind of explained it to me. It sits above your brain, below
Okay.
your skull.
Okay.
Okay. So it's in the space in between.
Right.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
Oh,
focusing on the actual brain.
brain. Okay. Well,
Okay.
that explains a lot of things, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It does. And it
Yeah.
explains why I could be getting the migraines and the dizziness and my ability to walk and everything else like that. Um, my doctor's also gonna she's sending me for any autoimmune disorder as well because she just wants to make sure that that's also something that's being taken care of as well.
Does she think you have an autoimmune disorder?
She's not sure at this moment. It's a possibility because of my back and the dizziness and the fact that my body is so off at the moment. She's not sure what we're dealing with.
Right.
It's like I don't know if the dizziness could be throwing off your body because
Mhm.
I'm standing differently. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like my gait is off
Mhm.
from the dizziness, so I'm compensating weird. So
Yeah.
she's not sure if that's something or if it's something else. So she's just trying to make sure that what I'm dealing with is just one thing and not two.
Mhm.
And when I first started seeing her, she actually she sent me for an autoimmune disorder test. And so she's gonna send me for another one. She just basically was like, I want to make sure that we're not dealing with more than one thing.
Right.
You know, I don't
Right.
Uh-oh.
just know
You
what she's doing right now. What were you doing, Carol?
Well, you froze up for there just briefly there for a minute.
No. So she's just trying to get every ounce of information that she can on her personal level as well. So
Mhm.
it's the best thing that we can do. You know,
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm getting beaten down with medical crap, and I really don't have anywhere to really talk about it.
Yeah.
Right on.
You
Well,
know,
you have here. You have us.
Yeah.
I know I
I'm
do, and I really need a meeting because I feel so overwhelmed from everything,
yeah.
and it's hard to talk at
Yeah.
home because Rich is
Okay.
overwhelmed with cancer with his dad, and I feel like
Oh.
I end up getting pushed aside because he forgets my appointments all the time.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to remind him about my neurosurgeon appointment. I had to remind him about the MRI. I had to remind him about the neurologist. And normally he doesn't forget.
Mm.
And he has forgotten every appointment I've had.
Oh, Karen.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
And his dad's going through radiation again. And he's just so wound up with his father. It's like I just sit in my room. He forgets to get me drinks because I can't walk out into the kitchen. He forgets to get me dinner half the time. It's just really
Mm.
hard. And nobody gets it. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody freaking gets it anymore.
It's hard to imagine. I mean, it's so
I
it almost sounds like it's something out of a science fiction movie, you know? It's not it doesn't seem real. It's like, how can that be real? But it is real, and you're in it, and you're, you know, experiencing every second of it. And I'm sorry that you're going through
Yeah, and
this.
I'm trying to just keep it all together, and that's why I sink myself so much into talking to people and trying to help other people because it's easier for me. Because then I don't have to think about my own issues, and I don't have to think about my own damn life, and I don't have to think about anything.
Mm.
And then I get hit with all of this information today, and it's so freaking hard, and I hate it because
I hate it
no one
too.
else wants to deal with it. They just want to think everything is so freaking simple, and it's not.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Part, and I can't deal with it. I can't, and I don't have anybody to talk to, and I run in circles, and it's painful, and I'm alone, and I hate it, and I hate it, and I hate it. And I
Wish I
talk
could
to
hug you
Louis,
right now.
but it doesn't get better. It just doesn't get better, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I've been like this since May of last year.
Oh,
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Here's
I hope she
There
comes
we
back.
go.
there you are.
There she is.
Okay.
I'm just tired of it.
TK for
Tired.
life. Totally get where you were at, Karen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. It's really hard. And I don't talk. I don't go on channels and talk about how I feel because I feel dismissed. I feel like I don't matter.
You do matter. You 100% absolutely do matter. And I know that it's easy to feel that way when you have somebody forgetting these very important things. Oh my God.
Mm.
On top of
Yeah.
everything else going on.
Mhm.
Lord.
Mhm.
I'm
Half the time I
sorry.
just want to run and hide.
Yeah.
I just want to freaking run and hide or wake up and feel fine and walk like I could to the bathroom or walk to the kitchen and get something to drink. I mean, I can walk to the kitchen and walk back to my room and I'm out of breath.
Wow.
I don't know why
Yeah.
any of this is happening to me. I just want it to stop and go away. I just want it to go away. And it won't. It's every freaking day, every hour, every minute, every moment. And it just does not stop.
Question, Karen. Is the Monday appointment is it a neurologist or a neurosurgeon that you're going to see on Monday?
Neurosurgeon.
So will you find out at this appointment when they'll be able to do the surgery?
I hope. I really hope. I really
Penny
hope.
says, Karen, let it out. That's why we're here for you every day. And Zelda Z says, hugs to Karen. Henny also says, you matter to us, and I'm glad you're sharing your feelings with us. Love you, baby. We do love you. Yeah, I'm glad you're sharing all this. You got to go somewhere with it.
Yeah.
And this is needing a meeting. You need a meeting. So we're here for it. I'm so sorry.
I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know what else to do.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
You know,
Do you have
people
any
contact
idea what
me.
would help right now as far as like if I could just have this, it might lighten the load. Any idea about that at all?
What do you mean? Like what? If I could just have
I'm just
what?
wondering, like if there's anything that comes to mind for you, like if I had just this, it might
Yeah.
lighten the load. You know what I mean? Do you have any idea what this might be? No idea. That's tough.
No.
Yeah, that's hard.
Can I ask where you are in the country?
Philly. Outside of Philadelphia. By like 5 minutes, but it's where I live is really nice. I mean, I wish I had friends that live close by.
I do too. I wish that too, Karen, because they could
I
pick up the slack on the appointments and yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need help? I'm only asking because I know someone who used to live in Philly, and I can ask if they have family there because they're the kind of people that would help out everyone, and I've helped them out. So I can ask if you're open to that option.
I mean, I just need friends that live close by. I'm tired. Like, I
Yeah, you
love
do.
everybody that lives all over the country that I talk to, and it's great. But, you know, when you're
Yeah.
having a really hard day, it's hard because you just want to be able to have a friend come over and talk
Mhm.
to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like the friends that I have that are nearby that I talk to are busy with their others and you know, they all have something going on and they can't come over. You know,
Mm.
like my one friend, her son is a paraplegic, so she works. A quadriplegic, I mean.
Mm.
So
Oh, wow.
so she takes care of him 24/7. And then my other friend works and is married and has a child, you know. And my other friend, her husband's getting ready to be deployed and she works. So it's just hard, you know.
Yeah. TK for Life says she used to live in Philly. She said, I should be showering for my family dinner, but I felt I needed to be here. Now I know why. Whatever supports I can lend, people. Um, I'm wondering if you still know people in Philly that could help out a little bit. TK for Life.
I just, you know,
That
it's
would be
just hard,
good.
you know, when you're by, like Rich is great, but he works. He works from like 4 in the morning until like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, and then he comes home, he eats, he makes dinner, and then he's asleep by like 7. So I get him for maybe 15 to 20 minutes a day, if that.
Mm,
Yeah, and the rest of the time he spends with his son. Not only do I miss my husband completely,
yeah.
but I miss my life,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the one day I went out to go get my nails done, Oh my god, was that a nightmare. Just going to get my nails done was a nightmare.
Wow. Oh, and that should be one of the nicer things to get to do.
Right. And I was just like, what did I do to myself? I went out to go get my nails done, and my brain just wasn't working that day. And you want to do things, but you and it wasn't that I had a problem getting the nails done or being in the shop. The shop's a mile and a half from my house. I had a problem driving from my house to there and back. That's
Yeah.
messed up.
Well, yeah.
I just wanted to have my freedom to do that. Just go to the nail salon and come home. And that got
Right.
all destroyed.
Yeah.
That's
Could you
where
call an Uber to
what?
take it? Could you call an Uber or a
I
Lyft?
could, but I need that. I I need to feel like I can still do. Do
I
you know what I
understand
mean?
that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You know what
Totally
I
makes
mean?
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
do.
like to go shopping by myself. I need that
Mhm.
independence still.
Yeah.
I don't need stuff hanging over me. I need to
Right.
feel like I can still do things alone. It's
Mhm.
kinda if I don't do that, I'm
Well,
just
I'm
throwing
hoping that you'll get there again once this surgery
I'm
is
hoping
behind
I
you.
will too. I mean, I just want the monster out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's my
Yeah.
Mhm.
biggest thing,
Mhm.
Right.
you know? I can't handle it anymore. I mean, that's my biggest issue
Yeah.
is, you know, wanting that and wanting it so badly that I can't
Yeah.
have it, you know? That's the worst part, you know? It
Yeah.
bothers me.
Yeah.
It
Well,
bothers me a lot.
and to feel like you've not only lost your life as you knew it, as you say, but to feel like you've also lost your husband and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like that support and the friends, like that's all. I can understand why you're having a tough time.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of really heavy things because you're dealing with um a, a problem with your brain,
Yeah.
which is
I
a
mean, my
very
God,
yeah, that's a very serious thing. Not that other things aren't serious, I'm not saying that, but when it comes to your brain, your
your
mind,
brain, that's
you know,
everything. Your brain
that
is
is
everything that your body
Everything.
yeah,
has.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to be dealing with that and then all of the other things on top of it and feeling um I mean, it sounds like you're sort of just feeling forgotten,
Yeah.
and that is a really
Yeah.
difficult thing to feel,
Yeah.
especially when the person is right there, like, when they're in home with you. Did your psychiatrist give you any tools to help you? I mean, I know you said, like, medication and vitamins, but did she have any insight for you that was helpful at all, or was it just good to kind of get it all out?
She basically tried to tell me to talk to him, but
Mhm.
not to let me, like, not to let, not to make, not for me to talk to him, but to have him talk to me. But he doesn't talk. I
Mm.
tried that already. I've tried it a million times. It just does not
Mhm.
talk.
Has he always not talked, or is this just a new
He never
thing?
talked.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
So this isn't like a new thing that happened. This is something that
Never. He holds so much inside. He just doesn't speak. And he spoke once in December to me about something, and that was it. I don't know. Can you hold on a minute, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Stasia, how are you doing?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Stasia? Yeah.
This weekend with Rowan, this weekend with Rowan got canceled because I'm able to
Oh,
have assistance with transport that weekend.
okay.
And was canceled.
Oh, I'm so
Also
sorry.
called
Ouch.
the. It hurts, but at least it'll be the next weekend. At least it's not that far away.
Okay.
Because trying to figure out transportation is going to be like a month, or however long it might be.
Yeah.
Week away, and then I also called the courthouse because I had a court date today for the restraining order, and he didn't show up.
Oh. Oh.
So
What does that?
this or what to do with the information. I ended
Wow.
up calling messaging Ontario, and he's like, message your lawyer. Message your lawyer right away.
Yeah.
So I've done that.
What?
I'm
What
awaiting a
happened?
response for that. I don't know. Like I said yesterday, they didn't even tell me when the court date was coming. It was only information given to him.
Hmm.
Through my last child services court date, when I called going, okay, is the restraining order being held? Is it staying in place? Or is it dropped? Like, what's happening? And they couldn't tell me anything else.
Okay. Well,
I don't know exactly what to do with that
that's
information.
frustrating.
I had somebody suggest calling and like double checking with the police station, and I'm one's with him. What happens if they pay attention immediately? That's not something I want Rowan to.
Yeah.
So I literally don't know what to do with the information. And I've messaged my lawyer. I know she's not a criminal lawyer, but she can guide me in the right direction as
Is
to
this a criminal or
give
a
the
civil
information.
matter, though?
It's criminal order, and then he violated the
Oh, okay.
conditions within. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the fact that it would today was the day to find out if the judge was going to take it on or not.
right.
As I was saying, I'm here. I'm just processing.
Do you worry that he would do anything to your son?
So child services doesn't seem to. So, like, I'm concerned, but my concerns are not valid enough to them. So yeah, I feel confused. That's all. Really, really confused. Relax and get my calls done during the day. I so many calls done today. I have I'm still waiting to hear if he's going to let me port over my old number to a different phone. I don't have to call a bunch of places and change my number with a bunch of places. So I have
Really?
to wait for one lawyer to get the message, and then the other lawyer needs to ask him, and then they need to wait for his response. The lawyer needs to message my lawyer, and then my lawyer will message me when she's available.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a process. But that's the restraining order, and it's there's a few points now where I'm like, should I have done that? Should I have made these decisions? I know it was the right decision because it happened multiple times before, and this is just the first time I spoke up. So
And it needs
it's
to
the
be
right
okay
decision,
for you
but
to
feels
speak up.
Yeah.
crappy now. That's all.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
But all in all,
you,
used and sorry, Christy.
did you file the restraining order or did the police?
I don't know how to answer that question properly, and then maybe you can find the answer in it. I called restraining order, and the police showed up to take my statement and everything, and arrested him. Right, and then, hi, Steve.
So good to see
Hi,
you.
They arrested him.
Wow,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt. Keep going until there's a lull.
Okay. So they arrested him that night, and with the her unless it's for the boy, and it was like 6 paragraphs, and only one sentence was about the boy. So I reported that, and
Okay.
then that's where we're at with the court date being missed.
Okay.
So
I'm just wondering if
I have a dossier number. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to look it up, but I know because since you're in Canada and you're in another country, it's done differently. And since it's now a criminal issue, then that's a whole different thing than a civil issue. So I was trying to see if I could maybe find an answer for you, but because it's another country, I'm not finding anything.
Well, we have. I think I saw him in the chat earlier too. We have LKF, and I was going to message him later once I finished meeting
Yeah.
and see if he had any insight himself on how it worked. Because
Yeah.
I believe he was from Gatineau, Quebec originally. So at least he might have some understanding of what it looks like. And put attention on the situation because Rowan's with him. Because I don't want
Okay.
Rowan seeing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I understand completely.
So
Yeah.
I understand completely. Steve, it's
Shoot.
good to see you.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
So that's my day.
Guys, I've missed you guys so much. I finally just I still can't see you guys on the phone. But I
Well,
can
we can
see.
see you, and I'm so
I
glad we
can
can.
see. I can see Karen. I can see Christy. I can see Baby Cub, and I can see who do I have at my bottom right?
Rebecca,
That's
she's
Rebecca.
new.
Rebecca.
Yeah. She's
Oh,
new since
Rebecca.
you were popping in. Yeah. So Rebecca, this is Steve. Steve, Rebecca.
Hi.
Wonderful to see you.
Yes, you too,
I've
honey.
heard about you.
Steve's a rock star.
You know, sending you
Yeah.
good vibes and stuff. I just, great to put a face with the name.
So what's going on with you, Steve?
Oh gosh, I could have either congestive heart failure, a bodily infection, with my driveline infection, or pneumonia. Take your three-sided coin and flip it.
Oh, Steve. Ouch.
Goodness.
So what are they doing to help
And they're
you?
starting to testing.
Yeah, they're growing cultures right now, and basically doing everything they can, but I mean, at this point, the only reason I came down here was because I had a fever of 103.6, and
Oh my gosh.
she said, "That's it, you're going." And so I was like, "All right."
You almost fell though too, Steve.
Oh, I did fall.
Did fall.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah. So,
He went to
um,
Kansas first, and then he was transported late that night to Henry Ford.
yes.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
Steve.
Okay.
You guys, this is just another hoop I have to jump through is all.
Right on.
You know, at some point this is all going to be over with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're going to be healthier than ever after the
Well,
end
I
of
sure didn't mean to.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I sure. Hello.
So I got them. They put in 4 milligrams.
Hold on, my pain team is here. Let me call you guys back.
Okay.
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 Love you,
Take
Steve.
care.
Love you.
Steve.
Bye.
Love you.
Oh, I'm so happy to see him.
Too.
Yes.
Glad. My
Been worried.
been so worried about him.
I miss that dude.
Me too.
Mhm.
I don't think he knows how to shut off his phone.
Mm.
It's okay. We like
He's
seeing him.
hilarious.
Or
He's so funny. Yeah. That's a good picture of him, though, isn't it?
It's a great picture. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I
Yeah.
always get stuck when my face is like,
Debbie
Yeah.
Doodles wants to know how you are, Rebecca.
Some horrible face.
How are you, Rebecca?
I am good. Just give me 1 second, quick.
Okay. He looks frozen there. Yeah, I think that's
On this
what
side
happened. Yeah.
too, I talked to somebody who might be able to help me with some sort of housing and stuff like that. So we
Okay.
have the processes start. Even without social
Yes.
aid coming,
That's
Yay!
something.
there's
We'll
a
take it.
funding for it. So
Right?
don't know
Okay.
how. I don't know if I'll get accepted. I don't know how it'll all go, but she's going to be working really hard on it. So we'll see
Good.
directly in the area where Wee Man is, making
Okay.
sure that it's along a bus route so he doesn't have to change schools, or I don't have to
Wow.
argue to change
Is
schools,
he going
essentially.
to a
So
French
I
school?
had to mention a good
Is he going to a
Yes.
he
French
goes to
school
an
now?
English school in Quebec, so they teach French. No, because he's back with his dad right now. Language.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Good to know those exist in Quebec.
And ideally, I don't want. They do, but you got to jump through a lot of hoops to get in. So I had to prove that all of my schooling was done in English, and I went to schools from kindergarten until college. 13 schools get proof of my schooling. One of the schools is dead and gone for over a decade.
Oh.
I had to contact the school board and try and get them to. It felt like it was going to be impossible, but I got it done.
Right
I got
on.
it done.
Right on.
Yeah.
at least you got it done.
Well, here's your picture. I promised you. Here's your picture.
The
This is for your
future
new
I
belongs
love it.
to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Love
Yeah.
This,
That's
it.
awesome.
this
is
is what
cool.
I bought you
Thank
for your new house.
you
It's here. It's in my hands. I promised you.
so much, Karen.
I'm
Beautiful.
holding
Thank
it
you.
for
Thank
you.
you.
I'll send it as soon as you have that new house.
Yes.
I have a
I'll let you
plaque
know right away.
for
You better. You better. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
I was gonna say I have
I've been
a
overwhelmed.
one of the little plaques.
Huh.
Well, understandably.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I have a plaque that I have posted. It's right above where the TV is that says "Well-behaved women rarely make history," to remind myself to be bolder because I've been so trained to not say anything and
Yeah.
to not stand up for myself and to
Yeah.
not do all of the things you're not supposed to do as a woman, and so I have that for the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
thing.
There you go.
I look forward to you getting your own place and having somewhere you can call home.
Yes.
Whoops,
Especially
there goes my
in
phone
your
out of the thing.
situations. Lord Kissfreak says, Stasia, if need be, it's not impossible for me to send someone to you.
Fantastic. Thank
And
you.
Henny is manifesting.
Thank you. I might need to, I'll talk to you more about it.
Henny says, I'm manifesting you in your new place close to Rowan. Yes,
Yes.
I second that.
And if you need me to, I'll fly to Quebec, even though I can't speak a word of French. I'll bring the picture directly
Apparently,
to you.
you can still do it and not speak any French.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
That I'll be going back to is Anglophone. So the services that I reached out to today that talking about the housing thing, she's in Ferd, and they're all English, completely
Okay.
English.
Nice.
So
That's
Nice.
great.
that's going to be beneficial. In the town where I was like 50 English, half French. It was easier to get around there. Just where
Wow. Ouch. Woo.
Well, at least you'll be back to a place where you can understand. I mean, that's important right there.
yes, and I think part of the qualification for getting like my socials in English was done maybe a little bit this morning.
Good.
Mhm.
Talked in English. That was good.
That is good.
Because I
Okay.
was surprised with the massage this
Good.
late morning. So there was a lady who came to the shelter,
Yay.
and
Mhm.
they had volunteered me for one of the people.
I think you
That's
needed it,
that's
girl.
amazing. Yeah. Yay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you
Yeah.
got a massage.
So
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
I
felt
know
so
it
good.
did.
So I needed to mention some
Can I ask
positives
Kind of
though,
like
because
my
I didn't want it to
MRI
be all
yesterday
negative.
morning.
I understand. But you know, I love that you have somebody that's working on your behalf about the housing. I mean, we'll take all the good news we can get right now.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
ask
the-
where in
Exactly.
Quebec approximately you're located.
Right
Potentially,
now,
I could drive to
I'm
you.
closer to Montreal.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now, I'm closer to Montreal. When I move, I'll be about an hour, about 25 minutes from Montreal.
Okay. I was gonna say I have a friend who lives in Boston. Should you need
Nice.
something, I will happily enlist her aid because I see her every Saturday
Thank
morning for
you.
craft time on Zoom.
I wouldn't
How
mind.
far?
I wouldn't mind driving to
Yes.
Montreal. I love Boston, so I don't mind that drive.
How far is Boston to
Fantastic.
Montreal?
Not far. I'm just looking at a map online. Let me
Here,
just find directions.
I can ask my friend. Alexa, how many hours does it take to drive from Boston, Massachusetts to Montreal, Canada?
From Boston, a drive to Montreal would take about 5 hours and 17 minutes.
Oh,
That's
that's
bad.
nothing. So
Yeah.
it would be 10
That's
hours
a
and
day
17
trip.
minutes for me. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Zelda's in Boston.
Zelda's in Boston.
Zelda's in Boston.
I
Oh
would
my.
drive up to Boston to meet Zelda.
We could just all meet in Boston and then we'll just
Yeah.
convoy 5 hours
That's
Oh
pretty
my
amazing.
God,
Asia.
that
We'll
would be
just
awesome.
we'll get
That
little
would.
pink flags to fly and little lights swirling. We'll just all go through the border. It'll be fine.
Oh, that would
It'd
be
be
so
great.
much
We all go pick up my
fun.
stuff at the old house too.
Yes.
That's the kind of party you need to get your stuff. 'Cause
Wait a
we
minute.
won't.
Wait a minute.
Oh
It
yeah.
would be like the mom when we all get in the car, right? And they all get in the car and they all get the big thing of syrup. Remember that one where they all get the big thing of syrup? You know what I'm talking about, Carol.
Oh, I do
Remember
not.
that?
No.
Don't remember? Okay,
No.
so Bonnie finds out about this pure maple syrup that she can get up in Canada. And they're trying to get over the death of Jody.
Oh,
And Jill ends up
yeah.
doing like an Instagram feed. And Marjorie is on her cruise on her honeymoon. She has no idea what's going on. And they're trying to move this 40-gallon thing of syrup into the car. And the whole entire time, what's her name? The nurse girl, she needs to go to the bathroom. And
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of moving the car closer, they are moving this big 40-gallon drum of syrup across to get. And and Bonnie turns around and says, nobody is going to the bathroom until we get the drum into the car. And all of a sudden, the girl that really has to go to the bathroom picks it up and throws it in because she really has to pee, right? So it would be like all of us right now getting in the car and going to Boston to get Zelda, to go to Montreal, to get Stasia, get all the stuff from her old house, appearing on the doorstep. Stasia has to stay like 500 feet away. So we
Yeah.
have to drop her off somewhere and measure it out so she doesn't get in trouble. Then we all go to the house. We bust through the doors. We throw a hug, one from each of us. We go into the house. We scatter like ants, right? We clean out the house. We take everything that's hers. We huddle it all into the car. We drive down the street. We go pop her into the throw her in the back with all of her stuff, and then we beat feet and we drive back.
Actually use room so that Stasia can be in the house with us.
She can't be in the house because
See, no, there's no
Oh,
restriction
Lord
on me
have
being
mercy.
there. There's no
oh,
restriction on
okay.
me
Well,
being
you
with
can
him.
be
It's the
there.
restriction of him having me. Yeah. So
Well, we'll have to
I
keep
can.
the time around the tree then.
Speak
It's okay. Karen's just gonna kick in
first
the
and say
door.
deal with him.
We're gonna kick in the door. We'll take a
Hi.
chainsaw. We'll just zip the door. We'll tie him to a tree. He can't move. He can't do anything. He can only yell. No, he can't yell because we'll duct tape his face. Okay? We're gonna duct tape his face. We're gonna go through the door. You just spend time with Rome. We'll just decimate his house. We'll get all your shit down. You'll just yell. Tell us what to get. We'll take it all.
and
Everything.
and we'll hit Michael up for the bail money that it sounds like we're probably gonna need.
Yeah, that works.
I'll take off work.
I
Hey,
really
honey,
think
I might have
it
done
would
something
work.
back.
Right?
I think it would be fun. Why not?
I'm not muted. Can you guys hear me? I'm not
hear you.
muted.
I can
You were
hear
I was
just
say,
laughing
I could
quietly.
be
You were
to
laughing hard, but quietly.
Yeah.
I had just taken a drink and I had a vision of Karen kicking in the door and I was trying not to spit my water
I would be
over
wearing my brand new Uggs and kicking that damn door in.
Yes.
With a chainsaw. I would
Yes.
have my chainsaw and I would.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I would say, everybody
in that
get
There
Netflix
should
back.
be a Netflix show.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I think it would work.
I
And
know.
you know what?
Yeah.
We would have to get LKF with us because, you know, we would need a guy just in case. Just
Well, not only
if
that,
there
he's
was a
French speaking.
problem.
So
So he would have to detain anybody that would try to stop us.
We can get some duct tape and you know.
I'm
well,
just
there's lots of
saying,
rope
just in
around, I'm
case
sure.
there's a problem. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to do a lot of things. We may have to get a youth. I don't know how much she wants out of the house. She may take a lot. Just saying.
To be
Just
honest,
saying.
I'm more concerned about my furniture is replaceable at this point. At first, now I'm like, furniture's replaceable. I don't want any of that.
Well, I'm
Right? Give me my
you have
clothes.
good. Thank you,
He's
Penny.
got a
We do need a
lawyer.
criminal defense lawyer in New York. Yeah, but they also
Sounds
have
like Kenny's got you hooked up. So there you go.
yeah. But I mean, we would all need a criminal defense lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh my
be honest though,
goodness.
we would only need it if we got
I love it.
caught. If we got caught.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
key.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't think we would get caught.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Well, let's look at it like this. I'll go on Temu. I'll get all Christy, you can't wear your own hair. You can't you have to wear the same exact hat, the same wig, the same glasses. He'll never know.
Never know.
hey, well, and here's the funny thing. So my passport
Yeah, especially if
picture,
I'm not there.
my
I'll get
passport
matching
picture.
wigs with hats. We'll all wear ski hats with like long, straight blonde hair. Never know. It's not gonna matter for me. I have none.
All
So
right,
it's
there
gonna
you
be
go. I was gonna say my passport
Yeah.
picture. I look like an Oompa Loompa. Like I'm literally orange because of the way the lighting was. So no one would know anyway. They'd be looking for a little orange hobbit running around. Like they'd be like, "No, I'm sorry, that's not you." The lighting was so bad. Literally, one time, I'm not even joking. Somebody looked at my passport and they're like, "They really let you have this?" They're like, "This is the funniest thing I've seen all day." And I'm like, I know.
Oh my god, LKF has us on
I got a passport and a passport card. I'll come. I'm 18 hours away.
We'll fly you into Philly first, okay? You can fly into Philly. We'll figure out the funding. We'll get you to Philly. So I'm 5 hours from Boston, maybe less, depending on how fast I can drive. So we'll fly you into Philly. We'll go. We'll get her. We'll drive up, okay? Or we'll just fly to Logan, which is like 2-hour flight. It's not far. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
And even then, you can fly right into Montreal. If you're flying, you can fly. Make sure LKF is closer,
No, honey.
and we'll get everybody in LKF's truck.
No. What we'll do is we'll drive into Canada. We'll drive. It's all about the excitement of the drive, the 5-hour drive. We need
Well,
that.
plus if you fly into the airport, you're on camera. If you drive,
We're not on camera.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
So true.
Well, we'd still be on camera when we pass through customs on the border because I've gone in on the border above Minnesota.
yeah.
I watched all that.
But if we've got our
But wait a
waist
minute. They would not be looking for girls with black hats with long, long, straight hair. They would be looking for a bald girl. They would be looking for a girl with long, brown hair. They would be looking for a girl with glasses. They would be looking for a girl with dirty blonde hair. They would not be looking for somebody like this. No.
Good point. Is we can all leave the country when we're done.
We leave the wigs and hats far away from where we are. They would never be looking for us.
Number one rule is don't say a word. Just I need to call my lawyer. Admit, deny anything.
Yeah.
Though maybe we shouldn't have been talking about this on YouTube.
I'm just coming with an idea. These are things that we could do. I don't see why we couldn't. I mean,
And we wouldn't be as easy to find because if we rented a car in the country or we drove our own, they'd have to go cross country lines. We wouldn't be quite so easy to get a hold of.
no.
First rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club.
Like,
So true.
Well, okay. I get that.
Book
But
messenger from now on.
yes. But okay, wait a minute. So even though we talked about it, how do you know that's how we're gonna go about it? We could devise a whole new plan.
Yes, we
could.
could.
We could. The only good thing about the really cool part, though, I will tell y'all about my psychiatry appointment yesterday. Hold your breath. I was 315 pounds, December of 2022.
Okay.
Weighed yesterday at my psychiatrist's office, January 2024, 166.
That's
Yay!
awesome. That is
Wow.
awesome.
That is so good. Congratulations.
I've gotten on
Yes.
so many different scales, and I turned around to my psychiatrist. I looked at her. I really like this girl. Really do. She's just down to earth. She doesn't give me a hard time about how I feel about anything. And I
should hope
told her, I
so.
said, how can I be this weight that everybody's telling me I am and fit into a size 13 jeans? Right? The weight wasn't changing and I'm dropping in jean sizes. She's like, well, are you getting more muscular? I'm like, I can't walk. So how does that, like, what size I'm wearing? And she turned around, she looked at me and she was like, I have a scale. Let's see something. So I get on the scale and she's like, take off your sneakers. Okay. So I'm like, all right. I take off my sneakers and I see the weight drop. Immensely drop. Just with my sneakers off. So then she's like, okay, do this. I do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Before I leave, I'm 166 pounds.
That's
I'm like,
amazing.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's like, something's wrong with the scales. And I went, you're right. She's like, I am so proud of you. Who drops 315 to 166 in a year?
Yeah.
That was hard work.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hard work.
I still feel like I could lose another 60 and I'd be happy.
Not 60. Speaking as someone who was 100 pounds once, no.
Oh, I know.
That's too skinny.
Yeah, I know. I actually, to be the weight that I need to be, I need to lose another 50. That'll make all my doctors happy.
Right on.
For my height,
Can I ask how tall you are? Okay.
I'm 5'2", so I need to be 117 to at most 125.
Okay. But I
Yeah.
would say that that's a decent weight that you're at now.
Yeah, a lot of
True.
people are like, don't go lower. And I'm like, I have to think about my heart, though, because of the fact I had a heart attack already. I don't want to, if I gain weight, that's fine. But I'm also getting my teeth on the 13th.
Yay!
Yay!
I will have a smile. My teeth look awesome. They put them
I was
in.
gonna say, you already got a
I
smile.
saw the Facebook short where they're beautiful.
Aren't they great?
They are.
Well, they put in my top teeth last Thursday.
Mhm.
This is so funny. When they put my top teeth in the last time, before they sent them out, they kept falling out. Well, this
Mhm.
time they put them in, and I was sitting there with my student. They wouldn't come out.
Oh,
They
wow.
just, it was like they were not coming out.
Mm.
They were so tight. They literally just stayed in my mouth. They
Wow.
weren't dropping, they weren't doing anything. And it was from this
Mhm.
procedure that the head of perio did on my mouth when
Mhm.
they made the denture. It's a different procedure that my doctor, the doctor, not the student, but my doctor, had ever seen done before. It was something that's brand new. And I said to him, I said, I would use that procedure than using the one that you have everybody making them. And
Oh, I
it's instead of making it like you know how they make the trays out of that mush?
Yep.
And
yeah.
it's gross, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
They make the first tray out of like layers and layers of wax. And it's made out of, yeah, you know, when they make the denture trays and
Mhm.
like they do the thing and then they put the wax in on top of it and you have to kind of bite into it a little bit.
Mhm.
No, the way that this periodontist did it, she made these thick pieces of wax like this and warmed them all up and
Mhm.
contoured the whole entire thing in my mouth. Then they
Okay.
put that icky stuff on top of it.
Okay.
Oh,
Huh.
It was
okay.
incredible. And this woman
Wow.
is like published. She's a lecturer. She's really in, like, she's at the top of her profession in perio, and she speaks all over the country.
Wow.
Her name is Dr. Stonehurst. She's amazing. And
Wow.
Donis.
she's been
Dante.
practicing forever. When she did my mouth, oh my gosh. And the only reason I don't have my teeth now is because of Christmas break. My teeth didn't come in on time. And when I was supposed to go back, my student had COVID.
Oh
Oh.
no.
So it was
Aw.
like one bad thing after
Of
another.
course.
So I'm getting them on the
Mhm.
13th, and then right after that, I get dental surgery on top of the brain thing.
Ooh,
But
girl.
yeah, but I'll be healing from the dental surgery while I go through whatever I'm going through with that. So
Okay.
it's good because I won't be overlapping, which is
Mhm.
what I wanted anyway. But
Right.
I love my smile.
Mhm.
I love my new smile.
They looked beautiful.
They
I don't
feel
think
so
I was going to
good.
say, I
Good.
was unaware that you did not have teeth in from the picture just because I guess I wasn't noticing that.
I had no
And I
teeth.
think it's awesome. You have a nice smile without them too.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Don't
Yeah,
be
you
too
do.
hard on you.
No, I don't. Well, the
Yeah,
funny
you do.
part
Yes, you do.
is that when I put them in,
Yes, you do.
oh,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
the funny part is that I put the teeth in, and one of the dentists, she is the most hilarious dentist that's in there. She
Mhm.
comes up to me, and we just kicked it as soon as I met her. Her name's Dr. Jankowicz. She's hilarious. She
Mhm.
came over to me, and she looked at me with my teeth in, and she went, "You look She was like, "You look 20 years younger. I hate you."
Wow.
And I looked at her and I was like, she wears the coolest glasses. She has like these, like the day she says this to me, she's wearing like this really funky outfit. Like she just doesn't care.
Mhm.
She's just a really cool doctor. She just doesn't care what she wears. She's just, because the doctors are allowed to wear whatever they want. And she's just got these funky shoes on and this funky outfit. And then she's got these red glasses. And I'm looking at her like, are you for real? And she comes over to me and I'm like trying to get her attention. She looks at me and she goes, are you kidding me? You look 20 years younger. What is wrong with you? And I looked at her and I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, honey, you're going to knock them dead. You're just going to knock them dead. And I'm like,
Aw.
yeah, okay. Okay. You know,
There you go.
I love the picture though. And like the biggest compliment that I got though was my mom. my mom, I sent the picture to I took the picture and I sent it to my mom right away. She's like,
Mhm.
they're beautiful. And,
They are beautiful.
and she's like, do you get to take them home? And Toro was standing right behind me. And she saw that message from my mom and she started to cry
Oh.
because she looks at me like her mom,
Aw.
because her mom's in
Aw.
Arizona. So she was like, that means so much to me that
Aw.
my mom, that your mom loves them so much. And I was
Right
just
Oh.
like,
on. Aw.
yeah, it means a lot to me too, because my mom really respects her as a person,
Right on.
and it makes
Yeah.
me feel really, really good about her,
Right on.
you know.
Yeah.
But she did a
Mhm.
great job. She really did. I just can't wait to put them in my mouth and go, smile at everybody.
Yeah.
I got another week and a half until I get them.
DJ, kitty.
Well, I can't wait to see him. I'm sorry that I missed him.
You missed them? How did you?
I did.
Christy,
I did. I
are
know.
you
I'm
near
a horrible
your phone?
person.
Are you near your phone?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on it. That's what I'm videoing on right now.
Oh. Well, you're near your phone. At least you're near your phone. So, hold on. I'll have to send it to you. Messages.
DJ's decided she wants to be a YouTube star now.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is adorable and does
She is adorable.
extremely well.
She is so cute.
Billy is
Aw.
1,762 miles away from you. Where are you, Lene?
She's in Texas.
Oh, she is.
Aha.
Ah.
Check your
She's in
phone,
Tejas.
Christy.
Let's see. Let me take
My
a look.
mom was an adopted Texan. She loved Texas. She was
I
in the
love
Rio Grande Valley.
you.
Wear a Nixon mask, huh?
Actually, I just
What?
had a thought because I don't know why it just popped into my head. You actually may weigh less than you realize because if you lost a whole bunch of weight, sometimes you get the saggy skin. So you may actually have lost
Yeah.
more. Or did you not get that?
I didn't. I shrunk.
Wow.
I just shrunk.
That's
Mm.
awesome.
That's all
I
right.
lost it so slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny because my doctor, I just switched insurance, so now I don't even get. I'm not allowed to take Ozempic anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
They're like, you're
Oh.
not diabetic. You're not allowed to have your Ozempic, and I'm like, I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna argue.
Hmm.
Check your phone,
Yeah.
Christy. I sent you the picture.
I did. You look beautiful. I
Yeah, you
see
do.
Totally different.
you do look completely
Yeah.
different. But I love your
Yeah.
smile. It is so
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's gonna
It
be weird.
is.
I won't be able to do this anymore. Which drives my husband crazy.
Battery is at 5%. So I'm gonna go try to find my
Okay.
cord here. So I will be right back in a minute, but in case I go dark, that's why. So
Okay.
give me a minute.
Okay. Kristen, yes, the duct tape and zip ties, oh my, we decided to help me get stuff. So it was to detain individuals.
Oh, that's a great idea. Duct
Or
tape and
instead of
zip tie.
Nixon, let's do anonymous.
Yeah, the
Fast.
anonymous mask. Yeah.
Or because we're
That's
all
even better.
SVTV people, a lot of us, we should just put on Miscavige mess.
That's even better. I like that
Even
idea
better.
too.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
I was just thinking, wigs and dark glasses would work, and hats. because then, they can't really tell who you are.
I could cut all the hair off. I'd look different.
Yeah.
Because it's almost to my waist.
Go like this,
Kind of shave it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know that I would know what to do. My head would be so light. I don't know.
I love it though. I do.
No idea, Kristen Melinda.
We could probably make some. Just look like the Keebler
I feel
out.
like it wouldn't be hard to make a company do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right. You gotta
All I
do
heard was
that.
Keebler Elf. What are we doing with Keebler Elf?
We need the Scavenge mask.
So we get
What?
Keebler elf
We're
masks.
talking about what kind of masks we're going to put on. So far, there's been Nixon, Anonymous, and David Miscavige.
Yes.
I mean, it's really easy though. You just get a Cabbage Patch Kid mask and you're good to go.
Here you go. Half
Keebler
groomer,
elf
half my
mask.
head is shaved. I love
Take a
it.
pic.
Awesome, pup
Look
groomer.
at it. Ooh, I can't
I
wait to
used to,
see it.
before I started growing my hair out, it was all shaved right here. Like, so only this part was long and then this part was shaved and I had designs shaved into it. It was so much fun. And then I actually shaved my head for about 2 years. That was pretty fun. But that's awesome. Awesome.
Vegan
I want to be a
teacher.
vegan teacher.
Okay.
That's a neat idea.
I could use
Yeah.
that. I enjoy vegan food, but I just am not good at figuring it out. That's all. Directly go to meat.
I have not committed to being a vegetarian, but my husband has been a vegetarian since 1988. And I have not had meat since December 1st.
There you go.
So
Do you miss it?
we'll see.
Wow.
Does it make you feel better?
Not yet. I don't miss it yet. I wasn't like a heavy meat eater to begin with.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I love the undercut style, a shaved look on women. I don't think I could pull it off, but I love it on others.
Is that
You
never
could.
know.
saved from
You
like
could. Just
here
if it's
to the
the
back?
undercut, you could always try it. Nobody's gonna see it.
I was gonna
That's
say,
true.
I
If you
do
keep
it.
the rest of the hair long over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you,
Think
yeah.
how cool that would be in the summer.
I
Like,
did
I
that.
haven't gotten my hair cut in 2 years.
I did that.
This-
I
it's
did
almost
do
to
an
my butt.
undercut. I did the undercut. In fact, what I used to do, my hair used to be like down to here. And my hair grows like a lion's mane because it's naturally curly.
Ooh,
It literally goes out like this. So
that
what I would
sounds
do is
amazing.
I would get a mohawk.
Beautiful.
I would get a mohawk. And
I love
when
it.
I say mohawk, it would be shaved like this all the way down and across the back because it was so much more comfortable with it off of my head.
Yeah.
But I had so much hair, it would just be shaggy and long, and people would know I had a mohawk. And that's what I would do, and it was so much more comfortable, and I could just function with it better.
Mm.
It would
Right
drive
on.
my mother crazy, but it made me more comfortable.
Right.
But now with everything with my head, like if I grow it out at any type of a length, my head hurts. The
Oh,
hair is
okay.
actually hurting my head and my scalp.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that
mean that's
maybe
how,
that'll change. Maybe that'll change too. I
Yeah.
hope all of this stuff changes for
yeah,
the better.
but
Yeah.
I actually like it like this now.
Mm-hmm.
It
I'm
looks
getting
good.
so,
You
I'm
you
getting
carry it
so
off
used to it.
beautifully.
I'm getting so incredibly used to it that it doesn't even bother me anymore. But I think like Rebecca, if you've been growing it out for 2 years, go drastic and just do it. Don't worry.
I have thought about, I've wanted to color my hair, and I'm like, I work for a university. If I had purple or blue hair, nobody would care.
Yeah,
Right.
wouldn't bat
I
an
mean,
eye.
really, nobody would care.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole, and because it's technically for the state of Minnesota, it's not
That would be
like
cool.
we've got all the discrimination stuff. But yeah, the other part that I thought about is I have white patches right here, even, which I didn't plan on, and my mother doesn't have. I don't know how I kind of have wanted to do like blue, because blue is one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
And then I want something that isn't permanent, but that I could potentially put too much trouble. And then it would just
Well, what you could do, to be honest, is you could do a blue black.
Oh.
You could do a blue black and
it'll fade. It'll fade to blue, won't it?
Well, I dyed. Now I dyed my hair blue black, and it is
Manic Panic.
If you dye it black, it is unbelievably hard to get it out. So just know that if you dye it blue black, you are committed to blue black until your hair gets long enough, or you pay hundreds of dollars to go fix it. Because I did that. It was fun. And then if you're like my Facebook friend, if you go through and look, like, you see pictures of me with black hair, and I got black hair for a long time. So just be very mindful before you do that, because I was like, I had no idea, because I do a lot with my hair, but that was really.
You could even do like an auburn with a purple tint to it.
I could.
And what you can do is do a low you can use a like a 10 developer instead of a 20 or a 30 like you would get in a box, because that's going to be more to it, and it'll lighten quicker, and it won't last as long. I used to work in a salon, so that would probably be an idea. But what I would do is go crazy and get your hair cut and then dye it and just have fun and say,
I can't afford to go do that, though.
I'm just gonna go
There's
have a good time. If you don't like
there's a brand called Manic Panic, and they do lots and lots of different, like, fun colors. They're at all. So it's like 2-3 weeks and it's out. So you could change it up using the same color until that little container is done. Manic Panic, it lasts longer. So
Debbie Doodle says
expensive and easy to do at home.
This is a good idea.
The only
Debbie
thing
Doodle
I have
says,
heard is because it's white, it's actually hair that's gone white,
that
it doesn't come out as fast as it would for the rest of your hair.
That's a good idea, Debbie.
That is a very good idea. Just put some peekaboos, the little strands, and see how you like it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
That.
Yes.
That's a great idea. I'm green now.
People do that all over their hair too. They'll do
Teddy's green. I love it.
All through their hair to dye it. And they'll do like a purple, and they'll do a blue, and they'll do a purple, and they'll do a blue. Yeah. Just to see how they like it, and they'll find a color that they actually like. I know it sounds weird, but they do that.
I just need something that doesn't require me a style, that doesn't require me to go to the salon every month. Because that's just not in the budget.
That's why I love my stylist.
Idea.
She cut my hair in like this shag cut. So as it grows out, it just continues to grow into this really cool shag, and I don't have to go back for a while. She knows me. I'm like, hey, but yeah, or I think you would look really pretty with that like mermaid hair, where it's like pastel-y and it's like pink and green and blue, like all mixed in. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you can see it on TikTok, and it's kind of like you can still keep it long and curl it, and it's really pretty. That would be really pretty.
It would. I just don't want the maintenance.
Well, see,
I like it to be really
like
low
with
maintenance.
Christy, you could do a cut like Christy, not go crazy, get a shag cut, and then just dye it. You'd be happy. Or go, even if you wanted to go shorter than Christy, just do it. Like the whole idea. Here's the thing, Rebecca, right? is that I always try to help people with the thought process that if you want to make a major change in your life, just go crazy and just change your look.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the bull by the horns and do it. You know what I mean? Make it
Yeah.
just an immediate, just go and say, I'm going to do this. It's going to be fun. I know it's scary, but let's do it anyway.
I have done that. It's been many, 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 many
Yeah, but
years
maybe it's time to do it
since I
again.
did, but yes.
You know?
I haven't cut it because of COVID.
Right.
So there was a stretch we didn't go. And then, so I used to have it shorter.
Oh,
And then it grew out for like a year
yeah.
and a half. So it was maybe
Okay.
Christy's length.
Well, that's cool, though.
Actually, I just wake up one day and I'm tired of it. So I get the dye scissors and clippers out and go at it.
So the Peekaboos thing is an app
That's
then.
pretty much
I
me.
thought you were talking about maybe. Okay.
I gotta write this down or I'll never remember.
I think like, you guys are so much braver than I am. Oh man, I tried once. I messed my hair up so bad. I'm just like, please take my money, fix it, make me look pretty. Like, even if I have to stay for 6 months, I'm like, I messed it up so bad once. That was the whole black blue thing. Oh, it was a bad idea.
Well, right now,
The worst I
I
think
did the
I did was a dark brown.
undercut myself.
My sister-in-law called me.
Yeah, I had done the undercut my side that were like fuchsia, and then the other side like neon pink at one point. It was interesting.
Carol, do you need to go?
I do. My sister-in-law called me, and I just need to make sure. And she called on both phones, I think. So it
Okay.
may be important.
okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll
Okay.
see you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
too.
I really appreciate
Good night,
your
Bye.
support.
everybody. Love
Good
you all.
night. Love you too.
Love. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you
Stasia,
too.
call me.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too, Karen. You guys, thank you so much. I really got to get this, and I also got to get Edie seen too. I let her out of her confinement. It's a dark horse stall in the daytime, and I need to confine her to heal her pelvis, but what am I doing to her mind? You know what I mean? So I need to go and get her back situated where she's supposed to be for her little confinement that the vet wants me to do anyway. So I love you guys. I hope to see you next meeting, and I'm going to call my sister-in-law, and love you guys. Peace, and see you next time, and all that. Peace, y'all.